Hey y'all, everyone out there in internet land, Matt Manchild Marshall here, and I've decided to go ahead and start to make these little instructional guitar videos on a lot of little tricks that be good for beginners or maybe even your advanced players that just didn't know this stuff. But anyway, I guess today I'm going to explain an easy way to figure out every single note all the way up and down the guitar fretboard. Uh, and this will be useful for guys trying to solo or anyone just trying to find a quick chord. Uh, or yeah, almost instantly after you think about it and after you get used to it. Anyway, the first thing you need to know is the names of the strings from top to bottom. You got to memorize this. From top to bottom: E, A, D, G, B, and then E. And you got to memorize the names of the strings. And the top string and the bottom string, they're both E's, just different octaves, and that's an easy way. That's pretty easy to memorize. Anyway, after that, okay, the musical alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G. It always starts over after G, minus the sharps and flats. And I'll get into that here in a little bit with the sharps and flats. But yeah, a cool little rule that I like to use is always half step from B to a C, or a half step from E to F. And if you don't know what a half step is, a half step, say for instance you're right here, a half step is up one fret or back one fret. That is a half step. If you want to go a whole step, it's up 2 frets or back 2 frets. Now so just always think whole steps except from B to C or E to F is always a half step. So say for instance, if you're on your E and then E to F, let me go ahead and show you this, what I do with it. I don't know where it's at. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it just might help you memorize that. B to C and E to F, always a half step. So for instance, if you're on your E, E to F would be a half step, and so that'd be your F right there. And imagine the nut right here, imagine that as a fret too. I mean, that's an easy, simple way to think of it. But anyway, E, F, that would be a half step, and then F to G, that would be a whole step. So that would be 2 frets, F to G, that'd be a whole step. And then G to A would be a whole step. A to B would be a whole step, and then remember the half step for B to C and E to F. So if you're right here and you're on your B and you're looking for like a quick C, right there is a half step. You just up 1 fret, and all the way down, you can do that. And also the 12th fret right here, everything from there starts over. Imagine the 12th fret is also everything open, back to that. So for instance, if you're on your next string, you got all your strings memorized, you're on A to B would be a half, that would be a whole step. So right there, B to C. Now I'm kind of stressing this a little bit to, it's after you get the B to C is always a half step, and after you get the E to F is always a half step. It's pretty simple. I mean, A, B, half step would be a C, C to D would be a whole step, D to E would be a whole step, and then E to F would be a half step. And you can pretty much use that to figure up every single note up and down the guitar fretboard, and after you get used to it, you can almost figure out how to do it instantly. And also using other tips, like knowing where these dots are will also help you figure out where you're at. So there's always these dots on the 3rd, 5, 7, 9, and then the double dots on the 12. And most guitars have the dots right there on the side right there, so you can just kind of look down and kind of know where you're at when you're playing. Also, oh yeah, sharps and flats. That's say for instance if you're on a G, and a G sharp would be just up a half step. That would be a G sharp, and then if you go back, that would be a G flat. And also, G sharp is also an A flat. So that's just kind of the whole sharps and flats thing right there. Also, another way to that kind of helps me, I got a lot of the octaves memorized. That way, if I'm looking for a chord or soloing, I know where my octaves are. And an octave is the same note but just higher or lower. Say for instance you're there. In order to find the octave higher, you skip a string and then you go up 2 frets. So if you're at your A there and then you skip a string and then go up 2 frets, it's the same note, just different octave. And that's an easy way to find that octave all the way up and down from your top string. Also from there, you got that A, and then you're looking for the next octave higher. You skip a string and you go up 3 frets. That's down here when you're on the B string. And you can use that to, sometimes I like to make different tones with the recording. Different tones using just basically the same notes but just 2 octaves together. That is pretty much it for now. I mean, after you memorize this little bit of this information, you can eventually be able to just pick out any note and then know what it is instantly. See, and you can be able to do that all the way up and down. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to try to post these videos maybe once a week on just guitar tips, and I'll go into some theory and techniques, different styles of guitar, and also feel free to comment and leave messages and subscribe, and feel free to send me song requests or anything like that. Anyway, yeah, I'll be good now.